Yeah.
You hear it? Okay,
Yep.
good. Now, what I'm going to do is share this and whoops, admit. Oh, Rich Horn. And I'm going to share with sound because there's something I'm going to do. So I'm going to hit share. Hey, Rich.
Hey, Richie.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Good. So, yeah, thanks for joining. So do you see the trees? You see my
We
desktop?
we
Yes.
see the forest for the trees.
Yes, yes, yes,
Sorry,
yes. So,
couldn't resist.
oh,
Kim
I
Windreth
know,
is
I know.
trying to Kim Windreth is trying to join us.
Okay,
Just have to let him in.
okay. So,
Yeah, and where it says iPad 6, it's David Schwibman. I don't know how to get that. My
oh,
name.
hi, Dave.
Hi, David. How
Um,
are you?
Okay.
I'm Scott. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I figured you were.
So let me stop sharing and see if I could admit him. Hmm. Hold on a second, guys. Dot.
You shouldn't have to stop sharing to admit him.
Yeah. I don't see him on the list here, participant list. Andy, could you text him?
And Shribby, if you go to the participant list at the bottom
Participant list, yes.
and go to
Oh,
iPad 6, the three dots, you can change your name and fix it.
Yeah, I tried to do
And
that.
I can do the
It
same
usually
thing.
works, but I can't get it to work today.
We know
I
who
mean,
you are. Don't worry about it.
So,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Okay, so
here
let me
incognito.
go into share. Oh, sorry, let me go into share again. So desktop share. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
While you're doing that,
Share.
I just want to say something, which is thank you, Kip. Nick Coles and I started out being co-chairs here, and Nick has fallen into really difficult health times. So, Kip picked up the ball running, and thank you so much for joining us. And we'll include Nick, and hopefully he'll be able to join us later and get things going.
Yeah, that'd be great. So might as well we'll kick it off. Yeah, Fern and I are going to kind of tag team back and forth. So thanks for coming, and for those of you who are watching the recording of this, thank you so much for being part of this team. And I don't know what your expectations are, but this is just kind of a get together, first get together, right? We don't need any updates. We don't want any updates right now. In a month or two, we'll start working on the tasks at hand and get updates from you as well. But we just wanted to get the team together, and we really, really, really appreciate you being here. So thank you so much. Again, I say this: we're all a bunch of overachievers in one way or another. So
Excuse me, Kip. Kip, hold on
what's
one
that?
second. Nick, I just got a text from Nick saying he's having trouble dialing in. Andy, do you see him?
I do not, but I will send him the same note that I sent Kim.
Thank you. Great.
My pleasure.
Oh, damn it!
I'll
Thanks
fix
so
that.
much. Thanks so much.
Hey, Kip, if you make me the a co-host, I can do this without bothering you.
Okay, so
Never mind.
how,
We'll do it. We'll do
how
it
do
before
I do it?
time.
We'll handle that later.
Hey,
Go to the participants list,
yeah,
Andy, and declare him a co-host.
okay. We say participants list, Andy and more,
There should be some dots or
and
something.
make co-host.
Well done.
Thank you. I took directions. Sometimes I'm good at that, but don't ask my wife. So anyway, so that's what we're doing. Just kind of getting the team together. Fern and I talked about this. Get together, have our first meeting. Most of the work, a lot of the work is going to be in a month or two or three, and then we'll really start kicking butt and taking names on our team's tasks. but we wanted to get everybody to get together. Want to talk about, and this is our perspective. And if you have things to chime in, please do. You want something, say something, that's perfectly okay. But kind of put together a reunion goal, and then share with you who's, the different committees and how it's structured, and and who's who on the list. Just to let you know, I did put together, and Fern, I didn't tell you this, I put together a spreadsheet. I'm a big spreadsheet guy. I put together a spreadsheet with all of the different folks on the different committees. I've got your name, I've got your
Great.
email address, and I have a phone number. Sometimes it's a mobile, sometimes it's a home. It depends on how it looks in our directory, the database that I have on you. If you don't want the information to be shared, please tell me. Otherwise, I'm one of these guys. I'm all about team. And I'd rather give you more information so we can work together as a team instead of calling Kip, who's going to translate a request to somebody else. I'd rather you communicate directly, right? And
Right.
we work together as a team.
And also, everybody should have received the timeline from the college about what the sample schedule might look like, et cetera, et cetera. And I will follow that up with the observations I have from my trip to Hanover for the class of 75 50th.
Yeah.
Where this comes from.
The good and the bad news is both Fern and I and Nick were pretty anal retentive. So probably overshare. I'd rather overshare than undershare, right? So the committees, who's who in the committee. Next thing to talk about is the logo reveal. And I think hopefully all of you saw the email that went out yesterday, and the logo, but I'll show it again. And there's a little ditty along with it. So I wanted to share that. And then we'll take a really quick look at the activity timeline. We'll send you a copy of that. Okay, someone's trying to get in.
No, don't get distracted. I've got this, Kip.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Perfect.
Whoops.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
good. Now we followed up with questions. So goals.
Whoops. I'm trying to. Oh, page up. Okay. Oh.
There it is. Yay, Julian team.
Yeah. Wait a second. That was premature. There we go. Okay. And then we'll talk about next steps. Okay, let's go into the next one. So the goals, right? And again, Fern and I talked about this. We want a record-breaking attendance to this once-in-a-lifetime event. We've got a great class. We have a historic class for several reasons, among which first, class to have matriculated women in our class, which is fantastic. Another specific goal I wanted to make sure that we all kind of coalesced around is we want all classmates to feel comfortable, welcomed, and have a great, fun, and memorable experience. There are some classmates that haven't attended a reunion in a while, if ever. We would love to see them there. And when they come there, there probably may be some trepidation, but we want them to feel comfortable and have a wonderful experience.
That's our theme. It's never too late to attend your first reunion.
Absolutely. And I'll be leading the Bear Huggers again. And that's a big goal of ours, is to invite folks and have them come and make them feel comfortable once they're there. All right. And then the last bullet point really is, don't forget, this is your reunion too. We want you guys to have fun. You're going to have fun putting this together, but please do it in consideration of your fun too. And if you come up with ideas that you want to share, that you feel that will enhance our reunion, please, let's talk about it. Again, we're a team. So I just wanted to let you know about that. Any questions? Nope. Okay. So next slide. So
So-
again, what's
Is
that,
Nick,
Fern?
did Nick join us?
Nick's
Nick-
on.
Okay, great. Nick, I already explained how we brought in Kip because of your health issues, and we just wish you the best and hope that, well, we know you're going to be there. So, but you'll, we'll keep you involved throughout the whole thing. But you'll see the team leads. Kip and you will be co-team leaders for those areas.
Absolutely. So I'm sorry. So this is how we broke it out, and Nick and Fern and really worked on this. And so we can read. So promotion. There are some folks.
I'll recap mine, and you can recap yours.
Oh, okay, good.
Starting with promotion and bling, we've got Julie and Andrea and the other Julie, of course, and Jamie, and they've done an amazing job. They've pulled together all these different ideas, a fabulous logo that we're going to put everywhere. And we're meeting next week, and hopefully we'll come up with a list of things to really get the budget going so that we'll know what we want to have. And we'll present them, obviously, to the reunion committee, which is Fern, Kip, and Nick, and then Naomi, Andy, and Judy Satari. So we'll get their blessing too. Yeah, so we do think that hats are very important. They're the one thing, graduation is going on, so there are a lot of grandparents around, there are a lot of people around, and the hats are the one thing that keep the class kind of cohesively involved together. So you don't run up to somebody who's a grandparent and say, hi, good to see you. We do hate the Kelly Green. Apparently the Dartmouth Green bands run in the rain. So what? It's not going to rain. But I think we do need the dark green. But
Yeah,
that's for the team to do. Anyway, we're meeting next week. Catering, Martha's got it totally under control. She's just a whiz at this. And she just sent us, she's out with Carol Bemis and Hope and King Poor in Wyoming. Was it Wyoming? Anyway,
yeah,
she's
they said
got a
Wyoming. Yeah.
whole list of different things that she's working on, and she has some questions about what we'd like to do on some things. We'll get back to her on that. And Richie, you're there. I know you know what you're doing. Jeff isn't joining us, so but they've done this before, and they'll do a great job, of course. Stevie Bell and I have had many conversations. He doesn't need any help on this online book. We're going to be using a company called Bright Crowd, and they have been used in the past. The class of 75 used them. I noticed in the alumni magazine, the class of 77 has already opened their book, but everybody writes their own page. So Stevie doesn't have to get there and edit everybody and make sure that everybody's copacetic.
Do you mind if I ask a question?
Please do.
Does that mean that there will not be no print edition of the reunion book? And I think that if that's the case, I think that's very unfortunate.
It will be available, and actually it will be open until I think December 1st of 2026. So all the reunion pictures can get into it, and it will be available for purchase should you like to buy one. I
Okay,
don't have any pricing, but Stevie and I are going to have some. We're meeting with them next week.
okay.
Judy, God bless her, has taken over the memorial service again. And the class of 75 was over 2 hours. It was way too long. So Judy's going to run a tight ship and keep it to about an hour. And she's excited about that and doing an amazing job. And she and Spence, hello Spence, are doing the 7626 connection activities. And I think one of the key things is going to be we share a luncheon with them, and we're trying to do it up at the tent with food trucks rather than down in front of Mass Hall. And we hope to get families involved, and there's talk of a photo booth in conjunction with registration. So all sorts of fun things are happening there. And then David, I don't know if you've done anything, but we'll get together and figure out.
Yeah, we have one theme and I'll probably come up with another one, but just for your information, there'll be a panel on people who hated Dartmouth and people who loved it.
Along the lines of the Misfits, Mr. and Misfits.
Yes, right.
They had 75 had they only offered one presentation by a professor, and it was on the history of AI, and it was fascinating. How John Kemeny is really responsible for the birth of AI because it's all based on BASIC, and the term was.
Well, that's a good idea. Maybe we'll just steal that idea.
Well, I'll pass along the information because it really was fascinating. And there's also Brooke Harrington. I've heard her speak, and she's about the oligarchy that's going
If
on.
you could email me who those people were and I'll
Yes. yes.
steal the idea
Yeah.
from this group.
And we can build too, because I think it's really important to
Yeah.
pique our interest in what's going on.
Great.
Go Kip.
Okay, hand it over. Yeah, so Nick and I are working with the following folks for treasurer. Both Brewer and I think Paul Kim Windrith are on right now. Probably one of the first things that we're going to be needing to do is putting together a budget, obviously, for the swag and for the food and all that. So we'll start working on that sooner than later. I'll just review that, do a real quick review of the schedule that the college put together for us to keep track of our timeline and our work. The good news is we've got about 10 and a half months till June 12th. So we've got plenty of time. And thanks to Fern and Nick, we started early. So we're ahead of the ball game, which is really nice. You know what? the time will fly, so it's good that we're all getting together and starting this early. So thank you so much. Gift planning, legacy giving. Steffi has done this for, I think, the 40th and 45th, maybe even earlier than that. She's agreed to continue working on that for 50th. Marketing, recruitment, and registration. Rick Z-Man Zimmerman and I will be working on that. A big portion of this is the Bear Huggers. It was well received both at the 40th and 45th. And I got to keep saying, it was not my idea. It was Sarah Hoagland Hunter's idea. I was asked to join the Bear Hugger team in the 40th, and I just fell in love with it. And I think most of the reunion attendees really appreciated the greeting and the work that we did in reaching out to them. So the big portion of this work is going to be making phone calls, putting together a team, making phone calls, setting it out. And I haven't even started putting together the team yet, probably the end of September, beginning of October. And I've got a whole plan around that. So that'll be fun. And then getting the communication, getting the messaging out, working with Mr. Joe Jasinski, who is, like I said, on this bullet point, webmaster, iModules master, and all around good guy. Joe, I need to have you do something. Joe will do it like this without question. So he's a blessing to our team. So just wanted to give him a shout out for that. The music and tent activity, Mark Weisberg is going to handle that. I don't know if Mark, are you on the call?
No, I spoke with Mark today, and he's he wanted me to ask. I know we have Speedy McDonald. What other do we have any other musicians?
Yeah, we do. Jamie Hampton's a musician.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, and he and his brother have a band, and they play summer concerts on various stages and various venues throughout the summer, I think.
Okay. Does anybody know of any other musicians?
Those are probably the two most well-known musicians in the class. There may be others, but nothing. I mean, Jamie has always played, and Speedy has always played. So
yeah, and
yeah.
Mark will play. He's been doing a lot of rock stuff too, which is great.
Oh, nice. Good. And usually around the 10 activity during the days when we're done, and you want to have a drink before you retire to the dorm room.
Wine or beer.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little story. My wife and I attended, I think it was the 30th reunion, and I guess we stayed at the Middle Mass dorm, and my wife, after that 3-day event, she says, never again, no dorm for me. So we're staying at a hotel that's close by.
To that point, let me just address that, because the dorms are fine. They're clean in spite of the mold. They're clean. You just have to know what to bring. And I walked into this room and there was nothing there. There was no mattress cover. I just put a bottom sheet on top of a cotton ticking mattress that had some stains on it. And then the top sheet, and then a horrible wool blanket, which in the summer does not work in Hanover. So if you know to bring a comforter, a good pillow, and slippers and a bathrobe and soap, and we'll warn the class about that. The dorms are fine. They're right there by the tent. It's really easy to get around, and so people shouldn't be scared.
Yeah.
I always stay in the dorm, and the convenience factor is fabulous. And at our age, you can go back and take a nap without disrupting.
Yeah,
That's
so,
good.
so these are the newest dorms on campus.
Well, and they won't be confirmed until the college presents its renovation plan. So it'll be confirmed in September that we'll stay at McLaughlin, hopefully.
Right.
Yes.
If not, they'll
So-
be other offerings.
Yeah, so for the 40th, we had Ripley, Woodward, and Smith, which I have pictures, which I will not share.
I don't think the Fairweathers are going to be ready. They are totally torn apart.
No,
Really?
no. McLaughlin, so my daughter was a freshman in 2006, and I think that was the second year they were open. They have elevators.
Everything being renovated has to have an elevator now.
Yeah. Just accessibility. Sure.
And
Absolutely.
again, the convenience, because we're fighting with the parents and grandparents and siblings of 1,200 graduates plus graduates from the graduate school.
Right.
And so if you don't want to, fight with parking, and you don't want to, drive, and it's certainly a
It's
great option.
convenient. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right.
I won't be staying there, but it's a great option.
And your list, Fern, is a little tough for somebody flying in.
Yeah.
True.
Hey, and then the last committee on our team are the shoulder events. Hopefully, we'll talk about Moosilauke again, either before the formal reunion starts, and possibly after the reunion as well. So we'll be working with Ricky Hill on that.
Yeah.
And even
Andy, Martha, and Art Howe are also working on.
yeah, exactly. And I know that the 45th, there were Rick put together a bike. There's some of us that rode our bicycles. It was probably about a 15-20 mile ride. That was a lot of fun too. So we've got some time within the schedule. There's a Friday and Saturday. There's a block of a couple of hours that we can either do an educational session or do some kind of outdoor activity or tour or something like that, to be announced, right? To be worked on. All right. Any questions? Okay. Next. Come on, Kip.
Logo.
Fern, take her away.
Well, actually, this one was, I know that the swag team of the spent a lot of time developing this logo, and it was just so perfect that the moment I saw it, I just knew it was it. And it started with, and I got the story a little bit incorrectly the first time, but got corrected. Jamie was being moved to Rome for 2 years, and so somebody gave her a keychain with a little heart locket on it saying "Rome, come home," and she started thinking about that, and then Julie Miner ran with that and hit it. Kip.
Oh,
So Rome home.
wait a second.
And obviously the little words prepared.
Turn it off. Sorry.
That's okay. But obviously, Dartmouth Hall is featured there because of the work that the women of Dartmouth, and certainly our class, did in renovating that beautiful hall. So that will be everywhere. That will be here rather than this generic thing they had. Just the other swag that was available for the 75s was this very generic bag. And then they didn't really have a logo that I could find. They just kind of had honor your past and inspire your future. So
yeah, when Fern shared that with Nick and me, I thought it was outstanding. I love the concept, love the idea. And I think it should be, I think, I would love to see it just about everywhere, anything related to our reunion of 50th. What do you guys think?
Great.
Looks good.
I don't know if am I muted or I don't know if I can talk, but it was really a great meeting of the minds. I think we met about half a dozen times to get this back and forth, and then Julie's daughter helped too on some of the graphics. And also there's some new rules at the college, so it was interesting to work on all those versus when I did the 25th way back when.
It had to go through
So-
trademarks. There's a branding book, which makes sense for the
Yeah,
college.
so it's on the web page, it's on the Facebook page, it's gotten a lot of positive feedback, except for one curmudgeon, who I
Oh,
won't.
no.
Don't.
I can't.
He's a famous curmudgeon, so it's
Okay.
and it's not me.
You're not a curmudgeon.
You're an all-around good guy, so it wouldn't be you.
No. But anyway, it's gotten a lot of, it's got like 10, 12 positive comments, and one guy said, it shouldn't be D76, it should just be 76, because, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Well, that's why we didn't want to involve a lot of people, because you can build a camel really easily, and this is not a camel. So
Yeah, no, and it looks good, and it fits well into emails, which is very important.
Oh,
and
good.
yeah,
Right,
And-
right.
our save.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
No, our save the date, which Kip has a great idea, which we'll follow up with later.
Can I ask a question, Kip?
Yes.
When you say record breaking, it would help the swag team to know what type of numbers that means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to be able to see the history of the 50th reunion attendance?
Perfect.
I can, if someone will let me share my screen, I have it ready to show everybody.
There you go.
Okay.
Or if you want to do it later, but
Was that
That was
Paul?
yep.
Hey, Paul. I don't know.
Let's do it later.
Should I just,
Okay.
yeah, we can do it later. But Paul has a breakout for how many years?
Let me,
You
I-
should
I
be
go back-
able. You
I got the
should be,
previous 25 years, but let me tell you that
you
the
should be
record,
able to share your screen now.
Do I
Oh.
have to stop my share and
No.
then maybe
Yep. That's
I stopped
exactly right, Kip.
okay, I have to stop mine. Okay.
Okay.
Paul, now you can share, hit the green button.
And one thing to keep in mind is we're the largest class. So, and the women in the class have a stronger record of showing up. So a higher percentage than the men typically come in.
so can everybody see this?
Mhm.
Yes.
If you look down to row 18, that is the current record set by the class of 63 back in 2013. They had 300 classmates, 258 guests, for a total of 556 people attending. And if for us, since we are a bigger class, if you go up to row 5, then you look at where potentially we might be. If we get 40% attendance out of our remaining class, we could have 340 classmates. If 70 or 75% of the classmates bring guests, we're looking at 240 guests for a total of about 580. I remember at one point, Joe, you were hoping we might see 400. And I don't know, after seeing some of the trends, maybe we will, but that's a big number, especially if we get 300 guests and have a total of 700 people on campus.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It just helps knowing because your prices change based on how many you have.
Sure.
Yeah. And
Yep.
Kim, the dues database has, I think, 880 some classmates still.
Okay. When I did this was back in 2022, when I guesstimated how many of our class would be around. So far,
888 right now is the
Say
college
again?
record. 888.
That's correct. Now, based on statistics, we might lose 15 between now and next year. So we might be down closer to 870 or even 860. Unfortunately, the pathway towards the afterworld is increasing as we get older.
Yeah.
And,
So on we go. Yeah.
and you have to remember that there's about between 150 and 200 who are just not connected. We don't have email addresses. We can barely contact them. So we have, when I send out emails, it goes to 700 people, 700 classmates.
And-
Right.
So that's the top number.
Yeah.
When we look at who actually opens the emails and who pays dues and stuff like that, Brewer can correct me when I get this wrong. It's 350 to 400 people.
Yeah,
and
we have
one of the things
about
we-
320 active dues payers, which would be a good indicator of people who might want to come.
And we're planning on sending out a survey, asking, what are your
Right. Do an intention survey within the next month or so.
But like I said earlier, for people who may not have heard me because I said it very early, about 500 people opened the email that we sent out about the 50th reunion, which is an enormous. That's like the number of people who open the newsletter.
Yeah. I don't have the numbers for the 45th.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying
Forward.
the 45th was a little bit. Well, we had a pretty good showing on the 45th.
We had
But
240.
we're also.
240,
What's that?
240 at the 50th, at the
Right.
45th.
And the thing, we were competing with the 50th high school reunions. Several people went, calling efforts. It was the 50th year for high school reunions, so people chose to do that versus come to us. So just the outreach and the communication and the calling efforts, we're gonna go for it. All right. So I'm looking forward to a good attendance rate. Let me do
And
this.
if any committee members, committee leaders need help, can you let us know? Because people have started to come forward and say, we'd love to help.
Okay.
Absolutely. And reach out. And there are going to be a lot of people wanting to help. Okay, come on, Kip.
It might just be in the tent, or to give out. Actually, the swag is given out by the students at this point. So
But we might
Yeah.
need some sort swag if that,
Yes,
just organize it, since most of us don't live on site. So
right,
Yeah.
we
Right.
have the address to send it all to. So don't worry about
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring this up. We're not going to go ad nauseum over the planning schedule. This is what the college gave for Nick and me. And as you can see, we're past June. Martha Beatty's, head of the ball game as far as getting a hold of the caterer. She just sent us an email with her activity, which is fantastic. The real, what I really want to say is the real work will start probably around end of September, beginning of October, right? And as Fern said, we're planning on doing a save the date, actually a mailing, a direct mail instead of just an email. And we've talked about, I'm looking at a refrigerator magnet, a save the date refrigerator magnet.
with the logo.
What's that?
With the logo.
With the logo, with all of the pertinent information. I'm looking at a 3x4 magnet you can slap on the refrigerator and keep it there for the next 20 years. But that should be fun. So we're going to be working on that, budget pending, because I haven't talked to Brewer or Paul about this yet. But I don't think it's going to be that expensive. But catering, outreach, just a lot of ongoing things. Where the rubber meets the road, of course, is going to be towards the end of this year and the beginning of next year. There's going to be a lot of heavy lifting. Fern, what did we talk about as far as getting together, this team getting together on a monthly basis? Maybe start that in towards the end of September,
Why don't we start,
October.
why don't we kick them off in October, and anybody who has to get anything done before then, we're available if you want to meet or whatever, but I think October, because we're going to be meeting with the reunion team, starting the end of September, are we not?
And
End of August, actually.
Yeah.
Kip, if I could just say one thing about budget, and I'm sure Kim will back me up on this. We don't assign you a budget. We get people to send us numbers and then we'll massage them and see what works. But we don't pull those numbers out of the air. So we're not going to say you have so much to spend on this or so much to spend on that. You need to come in with what you want to do, and then we'll see what the class can afford and how that comes out. But there's no way that, especially with the catering costs and things like that, we start with what the main events are going to cost.
Right.
And the class has a fair amount of money put aside. We also have to talk to the executive committee to see how much of our war chest we intend to spend on this. I know the executive committee wants to hold some back for memorial books and other purposes. But there's still a lot of money there. So I would say, try to let us know what you think a really great your area would cost, and then Kim and I can put it all together and say this is going to cost $1,000 a pop, or we can make this work.
Right.
Yeah. So the only other thing I will bring up, which I brought up before, I think Martha Beatty said that basically the college told us not to try to do a class gift because we're too cheap. But we could still do a class project, which the 75s did. They commissioned a sculpture of I think John Kemeny for Kemeny Hall, obviously. So and that's like $100,000 thing. So we're not going to do $1 million. Given our history, it seems unlikely we're going to do $1 million or $2 million. We're not going to build a building. We're not going to build another Musalaki Lodge. But we should still think about something that might be symbolic, might involve women's programs, maybe, or something that, for $100,000, $150,000, we might be able to fudge.
And that also has to be blessed by the arts committee. And the class of 75 had a really nightmare time getting nightmare, but we'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and by the way, based on my experience, it's really hard to give money to the college for things they don't want.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's great.
Fern, this is Kim. I was reading through some of the 75 notes.
Oh, good.
And
Thank you. Yeah.
And it sounds like their class project did not go as smoothly as they'd hoped. It sounded like they ran into a lot of roadblocks.
They did.
I'm sure that
for this little tiny sculpture, it's a beautiful sculpture and it moves and it's really cool. And the people, the arts committee turned that down, but then they allowed this huge spider that was really scary to go over into some arts thing. It was
wow.
Not a fun time.
So
they'd already
again,
commissioned the guy, so we'll just
wow.
I want people to have creative ideas, but we have been sponsoring the Wetter Hand Symposium, which is on the approved list of the college. And if we were to endow that, and again, this is just a suggestion, that would go really smoothly, and it would cost $100,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep the ideas coming and
Yeah, again, lots of ideas, but again, they don't want lectures. They don't want pieces of art, generally speaking. What they really want is money into the alumni fund and to the scholarship fund.
Sure.
Which makes perfectly good sense, but it doesn't really give you a warm, fuzzy feeling.
Okay, thanks. So, all right. So, a couple more minutes. Next steps. So, team leaders, please feel free if there are other folks that you would want to work with that you want to join your team, please invite them. Right. Build your own committee schedule out. For example, I've got this, thank God, from the work that I did in the the 45th reunion, I'm anal retentive. I build out a schedule. What are the next steps? What do I want to accomplish? When? I would highly recommend that you do that, so we meet the different timelines. Again, I'm going to be sending out what the college has as a projected timeline for different points. In our monthly meetings, we'll be asking for updates. Are you meeting your timeline expectations and so forth? So anyway, really important to keep things on track. And that leads to the next the bullet point. We'll probably start the check-in meetings. Again, we said October instead of September, but we want to track our progress throughout. And more importantly, please reach out to Fern, Nick, or myself if you have any issues, questions, concerns, you need any help. We're a team, and I want us to be, any types of questions or anything you think that can enhance the experience and enhance our reunion, we're all ears. Right?
Thank you.
You bet. I think that's it. So any kind of questions?
I have a couple questions for Fern, Nick, or Kip.
Okay.
Has the college given you any price lists at this point?
Not yet. Not for rooming.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be for greens fees and what the bartenders and the other student workers get paid.
We
So
do have
that
some
usually
estimates,
gets,
yes.
I got a copy of the 2024 one. Hopefully it hasn't changed very much.
I will ask Carolyn, but Carolyn Kimberlin is our contact at the college.
Okay.
And she's really easy to speak with.
The college price list in the grand scheme of things, as Brewer was saying, actually amount to a relatively small amount of dollars for the total amount that we're going to spend. The biggest one comes in meals. That easily takes care of somewhere between 60 and 75% of our total reunion expense.
Cool.
When it comes to the core part that we'll have from Thursday night till Sunday, if you plan to do any extensions before or after, then which some reunions have done in the past, then you might want to be thinking about that as well.
Right.
The 75th did not do any extensions.
Yes, they
but
did.
Previous classes have.
They did Moosalok.
Moosalok.
It's also important to remember that the dorms don't open until Friday.
Oh,
This is different than it's 1 day shorter. Right? It's Friday to Sunday. It's not Thursday to Sunday. So if we want to do something on Thursday, people are going to have to find a place to stay, and
That's
maybe
Moosalok.
it's Moosalok, maybe it's whatever, but
Yeah. So what's nice is for our 50th, as Fern had mentioned, there's Carolyn Kimberlin. She works for Cheryl Baskin. She's a assistant vice president in alumni relations, and she's a dedicated contact person for us, other than what we've had to do in the previous reunions.
But
So,
please come through me to contact
Yeah.
her, because I don't want her to get pecked at by everybody.
Right,
And
right.
she
So we'll
responds
funnel
very quickly.
any requests, funnel them through Fern. All right.
And I'll copy you on what I send to her, so you know how I'm communicating, just to confirm that I'm asking the right things. But
Yeah. So anyway, Rich, did you have a question or?
Yeah, I do have a question. Are we planning on a Thursday evening event like occurred at the 45th, or did I just hear that no, it's Friday and Saturday only?
well, we could do it, but it's not. People can't stay in the dorms Thursday night.
Yeah, no. So Rich, here's my take. Yes, we can do a Thursday event, whether it's at Moosalok or whatever we decide, right? And we can even have an event after the weekend, after the Sunday, so that Monday. But that's something that we need to work out as a team. So
Kip, what I think Rich is talking about is for the last 2 or 3 reunions, we've done a Thursday night reception at Martha's. Is that off the table?
Yes, we have, but that's so a lot of our meals this is a different deal. It's not like the 40th or 45th. There's one less night. And a lot of our meals are scheduled. We have a lunch with the 26s. We have a
Yep.
lunch with the trustees.
Yep.
So hopefully maybe we get to have a dinner at the president's house on Saturday night. Who knows?
Oh,
Nope.
that's
That won't happen. Yeah.
Maybe the president will visit us for lunch at some point.
Will visit us. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rich, I don't know. Right now, I don't know. Fern, do you know?
I would focus on the other events.
Yeah. But we'll ask. We'll ask Carolyn. Any other questions that we can't answer?
We can always ask.
At this point, we can find out.
Yeah. So basically, we've got 2 dinners, 2 lunches, 3 breakfasts, or maybe there's a lunch on Sunday. I don't know, Fern. I don't know what the 75s did, but
There is a lunch on Sunday, and it was in the tent.
Yeah.
A goodbye.
Yeah,
lunch.
I don't know if this is David or Fern, but the hub is opening in the fall.
The what?
And when you mentioned you might have a hole for a tour, it might be nice to be able to go to the hop and see that whole new arts facility.
That would be
set up
nice.
Tours. The college set up different tours for different areas.
Oh, they did already.
Campus,
Okay.
yeah, but it was very unclear what was happening when, and the one that I wanted to go on, of course, we missed by about 5 minutes. So,
But Julia, you're absolutely right. A tour of the hop, that could be one of the events. Again, there's time in both Friday and Saturday. We've got like from 1 to 4:30 on Friday. There's a gap open for what the class wants to do, and then on Saturday from 2:30 to 4:30, a 2-hour gap. Right. So we'll come up with some activities.
I'm friends with the director of the Hood Museum if we wanted to do
Thank you.
anything in the visual arts.
And I was thinking too, Jamie Hampton was a big donated some substantial money to the hop. The hop, and maybe he could arrange a tour for us for the new hop, the Performing Arts Center.
Good idea.
he
Also
also
too.
might be able to arrange some instruments should other people want to play it under the tent.
Right. Absolutely. Anyway,
Just as you're about to close out, Kip, Fern mentioned it earlier, but I just wanted to emphasize it. I've been working with Martha Hennessy and Art Howe for a follow-on activity at Rocky Wold Deep Haven. It's at Squam Lake, and whoever is going to participate in that, for us to meet their minimums, we will need to make commitments by the end of the year. So it will be the first thing. There'll be deposits requested, and I will work independently with Kip and Brewer to figure out how to take those deposits and how to get our space. So, by the way, Rocky Wold Deep Haven is a really special space. Martha and Steve have been going there for decades at this juncture.
Andy, how many
Yes.
people can they accommodate?
They can accommodate as many as we commit to by the end of the year. They're talking about an accommodation that I don't know off the top of my head, but it's a place if we take it over. There's a place for meeting. There's a place for other things. There are some additional cabins that they will site people that aren't in the main place to. It's pretty exciting, and I'm going to start in my mini reunion role, adding that to communications that come out just to make sure that we have awareness and people have an opportunity to think. And I'm not very good at marketing, but the tagline that I posited with them is, if 3 days isn't enough, there's an opportunity to add another 2. So it's leave Hanover on Sunday. It's an hour and 20 minutes by car from here. And it would be arrive Sunday evening, be there Monday, Tuesday, and leave Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning.
Great. Okay. Perfect.
All right. So we've got some work to do. We're a little bit ahead of the game, which is good. And we'll march on. And again, the goal is to make this fun for everybody. You guys too. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Great, thank you.
Thank you much. Thanks for coming.
Everybody.